Apache interview questions and answers. Beginner means advanced. Introduction. Apache HTTP Server is one of the most widely used open-source web servers developed by the Apache Software Foundation. Apache is widely used for CAC, hosting websites, serving web applications, reverse proxying, load balancing, SSL TLS support, URL rewriting. Apache provides modular architecture, high configurability, cross-platform support, virtual hosting, security features. 1 to 20. Apache Basics. What is Apache Server? Apache is an open-source web server software. Who develops Apache HTTP Server? Apache Software Foundation. Sure, reliable, configurable, modular, open source. What is a web server? Software serving web content over HTTP, HTTPS. What protocols does Apache support? Sure, HTTP, HTTPS. What is default Apache port? Port 80 for HTTP. What is HTTPS default port? Port 443. What is Apache configuration file? httpd.conf. Common Apache directories? Conf, logs, htdocs. What is document root? Directory serving website files. Document root example. Document root var www html. How to start Apache? Sudo systemctl start Apache 2. How to stop Apache? Sudo systemctl stop Apache 2. How to restart Apache? Sudo systemctl restart Apache 2. How to check Apache status? Sudo systemctl status Apache 2. What is Apache module? Plugin extending Apache functionality. Common Apache modules? Ka, mod SSL, mod rewrite, mod proxy. What is virtual hosting? Hosting multiple websites on one server. What is name-based virtual hosting? Multiple domains sharing same IP. Virtual host example. Virtual host 80, virtual host 21 to 40, configuration and URL rewriting. What is .htaccess file? Directory level Apache configuration file. URL rewriting? Check authentication? Check redirects. What is mod rewrite? Apache module for URL rewriting. Rewrite example. Rewrite engine on. Redirect example. Redirect /old/new. Transforming URLs internally. Why use URL rewriting? Check. SEO-friendly URLs. Check. Cleaner URLs. Routing support. What is alias directive? Alias images to var www.images. Directory var www.html. What is allow override? Controls.htaccess usage. What is directory index? Directory index index.html. What is error document? Error document 404/404.html. User-defined error response page. What is access log? Records incoming requests. What is error log? Records server application errors. Common Apache log files, access.log, error.log. Log level. Warn. What is MIME type? Defines content type for files. What is keep alive? Reuses TCP connection for multiple requests. Keep alive example. Keep alive on. 41 to 70. Security, SSL and performance. What is SSL TLS? Secure Encrypted Communication Protocol. What is mod SSL? Apache SSL Support Module. What is HTTPS? Secure HTTP Communication. What is SSL Certificate? Digital Certificate Securing HTTPS Traffic. What is Self-Signed Certificate? Certificate generated without CA validation. What is Let's Encrypt? Free SSL Certificate Provider. Enable SSL example. Sudo a2nmod SSL. What is reverse proxy? Server forwarding requests to backend services. What is mod proxy? Apache reverse proxy module. Reverse proxy example. Proxy path/API, HTTP, localhost 8080. Distributing traffic across servers. What is Apache load balancing module? Caching, mod proxy balancer. What is caching in Apache? Storing responses temporarily for performance. What is compression in Apache? Reducing response size. What is mod deflate? Compression module. Compression example. Add output filter by type. Deflate text HTML. What is authentication in Apache? Restricting access to resources. Basic authentication example. Auth type basic. What is authorization? Granting permissions after authentication. What is IP restriction? Require IP 192.168.1.1. What is DDoS attack? Distributed denial of service attack. How can Apache improve security? Check disable directory listing. Check use HTTPS. Restrict permissions. What is directory listing? Showing file lists. Disable directory listing example. Options minus indexes. What is firewall integration? Controlling network access to Apache. What is server hardening? Improving server security. What is timeout directive? Maximum request processing time. What is max clients, max request workers? Controls concurrent request handling. What is Apache benchmarking? Performance testing Apache server. What is Apache bench? AB. AB -N 1000 -C10 http://71-100. Advanced Apache concepts. What is NPM in Apache? Multiprocessing module controlling concurrency. Common Apache NPMs. Prefork, worker, event. Prefork versus worker NPM. Prefork uses processes. Worker uses threads. What is CGI? Common Gateway Interface for Dynamic Content. What is Fast CGI? Improved CGI Performance Model. What is PHP integration with Apache? Running PHP applications via Apache. Common PHP Apache modules. Mod PHP. PHP FPM. What is PHP FPM? Fast CGI Process Manager for PHP. What is WSGI? Python Web Server Gateway Interface. Apache module for Python apps. What is Tomcat integration with Apache? Apache serving as reverse proxy for Java apps. What is mod JK? Apache connector for Tomcat. What is Apache Tomcat? Java servlet container. Apache HTTP server versus Tomcat. Apache serves static web content. Tomcat runs Java apps. Common Apache interview topics: virtual hosts, SSL, mod rewrite, reverse proxy, logs. Common Apache problems: permission issues, SSL configuration errors, rewrite loops, high memory usage. Best practices for Apache: enable HTTPS, optimize modules, monitor logs, secure configurations. Apache CTL graceful. What is configuration testing? Apache CTL config test. What is high availability? Minimizing downtime using redundancy. What is CDN integration? Using content delivery networks with Apache. What is containerized Apache? Running Apache inside Docker containers. Docker Apache example from HTTPD 2.4. What is Kubernetes ingress? HTTP routing into Kubernetes services. Apache versus Nginx. Apache is process/thread based. Nginx is event driven. When is Apache preferred? Shared hosting, shared htaccess support, legacy systems. How to become strong in Apache. Practice configuration. Learn SSL, reverse proxy. Monitor logs regularly. Biggest Apache interview concept: web server configuration and request handling. Virtual hosts, SSL, reverse proxying, security, and performance tuning. Why is Apache popular? Flexible configuration, modular architecture, and strong open source ecosystem. Apache interviews focus on web server fundamentals, virtual hosting, SSL TLS configuration, reverse proxying, mod rewrite and .htaccess, logging and monitoring, security hardening, performance optimization. Key idea: strong Apache administrators understand secure web hosting, reverse proxy configuration, and scalable web server optimization.